Okay, so by the way, good morning everyone, good morning students, and good morning to all the subscribers and to all the watchers of my YouTube channel. So before we start our discussion, I would like to greet everyone. I greet everyone a pleasant morning, a blessed morning to one and all. I hope everyone's okay. I hope everyone is alright. Now, so before we start, I hope you already subscribe to my channel and then click the notification bell para update kayo sa mga videos na aking i-release dito sa aking YouTube channel, which focuses on online class discussion. So now, sa mga past videos natin, we have the part 1 of the data management focuses on the introduction and then the definition of the data and statistic, branches of statistic, and how to make a frequency distribution. On the part 2, we discussed there the measures of central tendency both for group and ungroup. And the part 3, we focused on the measures of dispersion both for group and ungroup. Now, we are now on the last part of our lesson, data management, and we will focus to measures of relative position. So, aside from the measures of central tendency and measures of dispersion, there is so-called measures of position which are used to locate the relative position of value in the data set. So, pag relative position ang pinag-uusapan, we are dealing with 3 topics. We have the percentile, the decile, and the quartile. So, isa-isahin natin to. First, we have percentile. We all know that percentile is one way of assessing performance, okay, through the use of percent. The percentiles are the score points that divide a distribution into 100 equal parts. For example, the 10th percentile or the P10 separates the lowest 10% from the other 90%. Or the 25th percentile, it separates the lowest 25% from the other 75%. While the 80th percentile separates the lowest 80% from the other 20%. For example, or for an instance, if one got a score of 60 and he ranked 9th in the class of 150 students, it means that there are 141 students below his rank. If we get the percentage, we get 94%. This means that there are 94% of the class, or the 94% of the class ranked below or got scores below 1. Then we can say that the percentile rank of 1 in the class is 94, which implies that 94 out of 100 students got scores below score, and 5% of the class obtained scores higher than 1. So with that example, okay, our PN or the P94 is 60, which is 60 is the score gained by 1. And then the 94% na sinasabi kanina, that is the P94 is the 94% of the class na mas mababa sa rank ni 1. Okay, for that. Ayan, for ungrouped data, the conduct a quiz, ayan, what is the 100 percentile? So dito, kunin mo lang yung highest. But kapag kinuha mo yung highest, maglagay ka lang ng 0.5. Okay, for example, we are getting the P100. So, dagdagan mo lang ng 0.5. So, instead of writing 10, magiging 10.5. And then, pag P50 naman, the median. Kaya 6. So, since even, i-add mo lang, then divide by 2. So, which is 6 pa rin. Okay, we have also this one, percentile, number of values below X plus 0.5 all over the total number of values. Time is 100 kasi percentile yung pinag-uusapan natin. For example, a 30-point quiz was given to students that are scored shown below. What is the percentile rank of 24? So we're looking for the percentile rank of 24. So before that, i-arrange na natin yung data into ascending order. Okay. Ascending order. So as you can see, yung 24, kunin natin yung mga below the given data or the given value. So there are 6 number which is below 24. So yeah, from the formula, so 6 plus 0.5, which is 6.5 divided by 10 times 100, so we can get 65, or the P24 is 65. For percentile naman, for group data. Now, this is the catch. This formula na sa inyong screen, we can use that formula into 3 pag group data. Okay, kasi alam ko naman na napakarami ng mga mga formula ang na-discuss natin from the first part of this video up to the present. Ngayon, dito naman sa group data ng measures of relative position, I will be giving you one formula good for percentile, quartile, and decile. And that is the formula for percentile. All you have to do is to convert na lang. Pag quartile ang hinahanap, we will convert. Pag decile ang hinahanap, we will convert the decile. Ganun lang po yun. So, our main formula for group in answering measures of relative position, we have the percentile formula. We have Pn, P sub n is equal to XLB plus I times the product of n and F over F. Okay. Ano nga ba yung mga yan? So, our XLB, ayan, ulit yan, we have the lower boundary. I is the class interval. N is the rank of the decimal. So, yung hinahanap natin, for example, P20. So, i-convert natin yung P, yung 20 ng P into decimal. So, 0.20 siya. Times the N, the total number of frequency. And we have also the capital letter F, which is the cumulative frequency before the percentile interval. And the F is the frequency of the percentile interval. Example. Ayan. We're looking for P72. So first, we will get the total number of frequency, and we have 60. And then let's get the less than the cumulative frequency. So 60, ayan, first element. So mag-zigzag subtraction lang tayo. Ayan. So alam ko naman na alam niyo nang kumuha niyan. And then all we have to do, kung saan tayo mag-focus, is yung n times n tayo muna. Yung n times n, ito siya. Para lang na kung saan tayo mag-focus. Ayan. So, what is that n? P72. So, 0.72 times 60. And 0.72 times 60, we can get a product of 43.2. So, tignan natin sa less than cumulative frequency kung saan dyan or saan mag-fall ang 43.2. At ang 43.2 ay mag-fall sa saan mag-fall? Sa 44, correct. Ayan, andyan yung 43.4. Now, with that, madali lang natin hanapin yung mga hinahanap pa na iba. Pn is equal to XLB plus I NNF F. Okay. Ayan. So, since yan yung magiging focus natin, so we can, pag kunin natin yung lower boundary is, our lower boundary will be 17.5. And how many are the number of the class interval or the class size? We have 2. 18 and 19 lang. 17.5 ang lower boundary, hakas na sa 18, which is 18 is the lower limit. Okay. Alam natin ng product is 43.2. Wrong. Sorry. Yan. 43.2, ayan, minus. What is the capital letter F? The capital letter F will be the cumulative frequency before the percentile interval. So if 44 is our percentile interval, the number before 44, which is 38, that will be our, this 38 will be our capital letter F. The number, okay, before. Okay, wait lang. So, our capital letter F is 38, which is, that is the number, the cumulative frequency before the percentile interval, our percentile interval, which is 44. Ayan, all over. What's the frequency of 44? Ayan, 6. And then, sagot na natin. So, with that, we can get an answer of what? Pag isolve natin yan, we can get our P72, ayan, P72 is equal to 19.23. So first, 43.2 minus 38, and then the answer, you multiply it by 2, divided by 6, and then the quotient will be added to 17.5. So we can get a sum of 19.23. That is how to solve a percentile for group data. Now, let's proceed to quartile. Quartile, from the root word quattro. Okay. Bakit ko sinabi na ang formula for percentile is connected sa quartile? So we all know that in quartile, apat ang sinabi ko na. So we have Q1, we have Q2, we have Q3, and we have Q4. So kunin natin yung equivalence nila sa percentile, and Q1 is equivalent to P25. Our Q2 is equivalent to P50. Q3 is P75 and Q4 is P100. Okay, so pwede natin gamitin yung formula ng percentile sa quartile. For example, hinahanap ng Q3. So instead of using the formula for Q3, i-convert lang natin si Q3 into percentile, which is 75. So hanapin lang natin yung P75. Ganun lang po yan. Ayan. So ganun din po sa decile. Okay? Sa decile naman, since decimal, 10. We have D1, D2, D3 up to D10. Ang D1, the equivalence of D1 sa percentile is P10, P20, P30, down to P100. So kapag hinahanap naman natin ang D3, decile 3, so instead of using the formula for decile, we can convert it sa percentile. So that is P30 na lang ang hanapin natin. So this formula, itong formula na to, ngayon ang main formula na gagamitin natin for group data in looking for quartile, percentile, and decile. Ayan. Example. Ay dito sa quartile tayo. So we are looking for Q1, Q2, and Q3 for ungroup. Para makuha yung Q2, yan, since sampling dito natin, we will get the mean of the data. So the data is, the mean is in the middle of 19 and 20, which is 19.5. So that 19.5 will serve as our Q2. So now, our data is now divided into two, lower numbers and higher numbers. Sa lower numbers, doon makikita si Q1. While doon sa mga higher numbers, doon makukuha si Q3. Their median. From 10 to 19, which is we can get a median of 15, and that is Q1. And then from 20 to 30, we can get a median of 26, and that is our Q3. So yan, nahanap na ang Q1, Q2, and Q3. Next. Ayan, decile. Ayan, sabi ko kanina, points divided into 10 equal parts. Ayan, so D1, D2 hanggang D10. So that's the formula, but sabi ko nga, we will just use the formula for percentile. Pero yan pa rin yung formula. Ayan, ganun pa rin. For example, yan, hanapin natin ang Q1, P10, and D2 using the formula for percentile. Okay, we're looking for Q1, P10, and D2. First, we have to find Q1. Q1 is equivalent of, what's the equivalence of Q1? That's P25. So instead of writing Q1, just write P75. And i-convert natin P25, so magiging 0.25 times 40, which is the total number of frequency. So 0.25 times 40, okay, 0.25 times 40, the answer is 10. So saan makikita si 10? Nasa 16 si 10. So 0.25 times 40 is equal to 10, and it's found sa 16. So 16 will be our percentile interval. Okay. Sige, gamit na yung formula. P okay, we are looking for Q1, and Q1 is equal to P25. Ayan. Our lower boundary now is 44.5. Okay, 44.5. How many intervals do we have? 3. 45, 46, and 47. So the product of n and n is 10 minus, what is the number before our percentile interval? That's 8. And then the frequency of the percentile interval, that's 8 also. If we solve this one, our Q1 is what? our Q1 is 45.25 ba? Yes, it's 45.25. Oh, that's it. We are looking for quartile, but we use the formula for percentile. So, pwedeng gamitin. Next, we have also, we're now looking for P10. P10. So, ganoon lang din. So, multiply natin. 0.10 times 40. And makikita siya saan? Sa 4. Okay, nasa 4 siya. So, our lower boundary is, what will be our lower boundary? It's 38.5. Tama? Yes. Plus, how many intervals? Siyempre, 3 ulit. Times 4 minus, what is the number? What is the cumulative frequency before? The percentile interval, that is 2. All over. What is the frequency? 2 pa rin. Okay, what's our answer? What will be our answer? So our P10 is what? 41.5 ba? Is it 41.5? Yes, tama. It's 41.5. Ayan, ganun lang pa kadali. So for the last one, we have decile. Decile naman yung hinahanap pa rin na. We are looking for D2. So D2 in percentile, that is P20. So 0.20 lang yan. 0.20 times 40 ulit. So saan makikita si 0.20 times 40? Nasaan siya ngayon? Nasa 8. Correct. 0.20 times 40 is 8. Saan dyan siya? So our lower boundary again, automatic. Lower boundary, it's 41.5 plus our interval 3. And then 8. And then what is the cumulative frequency before? It's 4, correct. And the cumulative and then the frequency of the percentile interval, that's 4. Okay, so same process. Sagutin na lang natin. What's the answer? What is D10? Ay, D2 pala, sorry. D2 will become 44.5 ba? Is it 42.5? Yeah, it's 44.5. Yeah. So, ang D2 natin is 44.5. Ganun lang pa kadali yan. Okay? So, ganun lang pa kadali ang pag-solve ng measures of relative position for group data. Just use, ang ginawa lang natin is we use the formula for percentile, both for quartile and decile. Ayan. So, isang formula, 3-in-1, 3-in-1 formula. Ayan, isang formula pang lahatan. So, that ends the lesson for our, or the topic for our measures of relative position, and that ends our lesson or the content of our lesson in data management. I hope may nag-gain kayong knowledge, may nag-gain kayong knowledge and less nag-gain kayo sa discussion natin. So with that, thank you for keep on watching sa aking YouTube channel, sa aking mga content. And thank you for subscribing to my YouTube channel, and kindly share sa mga kakilala nyo para naman dumami ang followers at makatulong yung mga video natin sa kanila. So with that, thank you, goodbye, keep safe, and God bless everyone. Bye-bye! See you sa next topic. And nga pala, pa-subscribe na din. Subscribe.